Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the greatest blessing of my life, which was my IUD. I got this in January and I've had it 10 months now, and it has been the best decision I've ever made, and I wish I knew about it sooner. So I'm going to be sharing my experience. Now there are two different types of IUDs. You have the copper IUD and then you have the hormonal IUD. I forget the names. One's Paragard and one's Mirena. I have the copper one. I think it's Paragard. But the copper one, I forget how it works. It's something about it makes the lining in your uterus like too weak because of the copper, and then you're not able to have a baby like attached to, or egg, whatever. It works. And then the hormonal one, it tricks your body into being pregnant. And the two most common side effects I've heard is that with the copper IUD, it makes your period heavier, and that with the hormonal IUD, you don't have a period at all. And I was very nervous to do the hormonal. I've had friends who said it was great, but my period already wasn't that heavy. And now my period, it was heavier in the beginning. For like the first 6 months, it was definitely an adjustment, but it was a little strange because it's like my period is backwards now. Before I had the IUD, my first day would be heavy, but then my second day would be the heaviest, and then it would trickle off. And it's backwards now. I get like a little trickle, and then like the fourth and fifth days are the heaviest, and it all comes out, and then it's just gone. So it's a little bit backwards. Okay, we're back. It was what's the word? My memory card was full. But yeah, and then the hormonal one, you have to take it out after 5 years and replace it. The copper one, you take it out after 10 years. When you remove it, it's actually not that painful because you just grab the strings and then it collapses and it comes out. But putting it in was painful. Mine was free though. With insurance, I didn't have to pay anything, and I think it was like $2,000, $1,000, I can't remember, but it was free with my insurance. And I had a consultation appointment. I went to the hospital to do it because the gynecologist I went to like go get it done at was in the hospital. So that was like my second time ever like being in a hospital for myself. But I went to the consultation. That was fine. I don't really remember anything crazy about it. I had just had like a pap smear done a month before. I feel like I got the STD test done, and that was it. And then I came back. Oh yeah, they did a pregnancy test. And then I came back a month later. It takes time for them to get the IUD in though, because I was supposed to get it done like around Christmas, and then I don't know, it was something about the copper IUD being delayed, and it's small, it's only like that big, it's like a little T shape. And then I got it done in January, and it only took, I feel like I was only there for maybe an hour and a half. The waiting room was the longest part, but then I went back and they like open you up, then they have that machine thing, you know, the clamps, and they lock it, and then you're open. And I was with two people too, and I told them I was afraid I was gonna faint, which I like almost did after, but I didn't. Why am I blanking? Oh, I guess because it was traumatic. But yeah, they open you up. They sprayed a spray on me that was supposed to numb my cervix, because you know you have like your vaginal canal, and then you have your cervix, and there's a little hole in there. The most painful part actually was the ruler. They put a ruler in me. That shit hurt. But it's a tiny ruler because they have to measure your cervix and your uterus, like the height, so they know what's going on when they put the IUD in. Oh, that's what they did at the consultation. They were checking to make sure they could see my cervix. I don't know, something about the angle. That's what the consultation was for. So yeah, back to the vaginal canal. They put a ruler up there. That part hurt so badly. But then when they put the actual IUD, I didn't even feel it. And then they snipped the the strings, I did bleed a lot. Well, not that bad. Like, beginning of your period, it wasn't that bad. And after that, I did feel very faint because, you know, some shit got inserted into me. And I think they brought in another nurse too. Because I told them I felt like I was going to faint. I think they did. Or maybe that was the first one. I don't really remember. It all kind of goes together now. But yeah, I thought I was going to faint. And I didn't. And I was fine. And then I walked out, drove myself home. I actually went to Target. I remember being in Target and I was like, didn't think I'd be able to do this. Obviously, I cramped. And I cramped for probably heavily for the next few days. Just like a normal period. And then that was it. I think I stopped feeling it after like 2 weeks. I don't feel it now, ever. I had like really horrible sex with this one guy and something was wrong with him. He could not stay hard, and I know it wasn't me because it's never me, but he could not stay hard. And I remember him telling me that he could feel my IUD poking him, which is a lie. Like, you can't actually feel it. For you to feel it, you'd have to push the cervix up, and his dick wasn't that big, so he was lying. But if anybody tells you that, they're lying. The only thing they can really feel is the strings, but even then, if you're wearing a condom, they should not be feeling the strings. And I make everybody wear a condom. I do not care. I can't deal with the fear of getting pregnant and then having to abort it and then like being stuck to a man and having to deal with a man for longer than I anticipated. So I always use condoms, always. Because whenever I tell someone I have an IUD, they're like, oh, so I can come inside? No, you can't. Fuck no, you can't. I'm just not getting stuck with you. In case you do something to fuck me over. I'm not getting stuck with you. Advice I'd give to someone considering a copper IUD. This shit is stuck in me for the next 10 years. I can get it taken out whenever I want. I don't want it taken out. Like, the security I live with now, knowing that I don't have to look at abortion laws, that I don't have to worry about Roe v. Wade, that I don't have to worry about my hormones being all over the place. Like, the peace of mind I have, irreplaceable. Fucking replaceable. There was something important. Oh. I will say, though, I feel like I lived most of my life not being horny. And then after I got the IUD, maybe it was because I finally let go of the anxiety over having sex, because I was just so worried something horrible would happen that, you know, I'd get pregnant and then have to abort it. Or that I'd get raped, then pregnant, then have to abort it, which is what happened last year. But yeah, I had all this unfortunate anxiety around sex, and I felt like I didn't have the ability to choose what was going to happen. And then I chose, and now I just want it so much. And it's probably because it finally feels safe to have it. But that's it. I think I have to go see them in like December for a checkup, and that's it. They were really nice to me. I like them a lot. They all think I'm funny. Everywhere I go, I do some shit. Okay. Yeah. Go get it. Get to it. I was very concerned too, and I made sure I got that done right after I heard Trump was elected. Because after what happened with Roe v. Wade when he was in office, I was like, fuck. This man's probably going to try and get rid of the IUDs too. And the birth control. I was freaking out, actually. Because I was like, I'm not going to have access to not have children. So I got it done. Never been happier. Seriously. My cramps aren't even... I don't even cramp during my period. Like, it was only during those... Oh, and I did spot a lot. There was a lot of spotting. Sometimes it was pink. Sometimes it was red. Those first, like, few months, there was a lot of spotting. But now there's nothing. Now it's just the tsunami of clear. One more very important thing that I have to share is that because I had extra blood loss from the copper IUD and from the abortion, it was like my body was playing catch up. And no one told me this, and I wish they had, but you need to take iron when you lose a lot of blood, especially after an abortion, and then like the copper IUD on top of that did not help. So I was anemic and didn't know it, and didn't like, until I just saw like different issues. Like, I would feel very faint all the time. I'd be very dizzy. I didn't have a lot of productivity. Anytime I got hurt, it would take like a long time to heal. And nobody would fucking tell me what was wrong with me. And then I figured it out because of ChatGPT, and you like have to take extra iron. Or at least I did. I don't know if every woman is built that way, but extra iron. I'm on this like blood builder thing now, and that fixed everything. Before that, I was taking a plant-based iron, and that was like okay, but it just wasn't enough. Because it's not just the iron. You need the iron, the B12, and then it just like folate or something. But it's all those things you can be deficient in, and your body has these iron stores that have to be built back up. Same with the B12. So it takes a bit for them to build up. Like, you could lose half your iron stores and then be fucked. Or maybe it's the folate or the B12. You just don't know. You cannot overdose on B12. If you take too much iron, you can create an issue with that. But basically, if you take the blood builder thing for a good 6 months after, you should be fine. Anywhere from like 3 to 6 months. But yeah, I was anemic and didn't know. And I really feel like I already had that problem. But then I feel like after I had the abortion, it just like went off the charts for me. And I had all my levels tested too last December, but that was before I got the IUDs, so I think it just made it worse. Like, you can have like a small imbalance and it not show up. So yeah, I don't think that will apply to everyone, but I think if you're getting a copper IUD, you should make sure you're taking iron around your period so you can like keep your body in check. Because my productivity from now versus the previous 6 months is completely different. I'm so productive. I have so much energy. I love my life, and that was not what I was dealing with then.